Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in the digital world. Today, we've got a vintage pencil review, and I came across these by accident recently, and this is a dozen Sparco brand premium writing pencils. And I remember this brand vaguely back in, I'm going to say probably the 90s. I think where I was working, there was wherever we ordered our office supplies, and I'm not sure where it was, but they had Sparco brand products, which were like almost a house brand or something like that. They were inexpensive. I remember seeing Sparco paper clips and pencils and other staples and things like that in the office supply cabinet. And so if anybody really knows the origin of Sparco, please share it with me in the comments below. But here's a dozen wrapped with this sort of cardboard sleeve. Got a UPC code, 505-1, looks like a product number, inventory number. Now on the side, it tells us, let's focus in here, it says made in 5 degrees. Number 1 soft, number 2 medium soft, number 2.5 medium, number 3 hard, number 4 very hard. And then it says underneath that in very small print, manufactured for S.P. Richards Company. So I'm wondering if Sparco, S-P-A-R-C-O, is sort of a amalgamation of S.P. Richards Company. Perhaps it is. But it does not say where these were made. I don't know if these were made in the United States. Does anybody know? Please let me know. Let's take one out. So let me see if there's any identification. So here's the pencil. So yellow, very standard. And then in a kind of a brownish paint, it says Sparco bonded, and this is embossed here, Sparco bonded 505, these are number 1, soft. But I don't see any other imprints or stampings inside the pencil barrel that says USA or anything like that. So I'm not sure if these were American made. You've kind of got a nice ferrule there, gold tone with a brown band, and then there's an eraser. It's on the harder side. We'll try it. I doubt that it's any good. These are pretty, these are at least probably 25 years old. And then here is the core. Actually, let's look at all the cores here. They're all, there's a few that are a little off-center. So we'll see, little paint overrun here and there. Not sure. It does not have the sharper corner of, say, a Musgrave. Doesn't feel like it. It's got a softer hex to it. So not sure. Again, if these were even made in the United States, I don't know. But if someone can tell me, does have a PMA certification, although that doesn't necessarily mean, I don't think it's made in the USA. But I'm anxious to try. I like a softer pencil generally, so this is a number 1. So I am anxious to sharpen this up and see how it writes, Sparco Bonded 505 1 Soft. We'll try writing with it. So it's sharpened up very nicely in my X-Acto School Pro electric pencil sharpener. Pretty nice wood. You know, it says premium writing pencils. I, don't know exactly what they're comparing it to, but premium is a word that gets tossed around a lot. Sometimes it's in name only, but we'll try writing with it. So let's see here. Get a focus on here. So, whoop. Has a fairly dark tone to the line that it leaves on the page. It doesn't feel quite as soft as some of the other number ones that I have used. So, so far the point is wearing fairly well. Now it's really very little smudge for a number one. I mean, really. And I think this is probably, it's graded as a number one, but it is maybe a 1.5. It is closer to a number two, closer to an HB than a B, I think, just from my own feeling. But let's see how it erases. We'll come in a little bit closer here. And I'm going to try this eraser that's on here. And you know what? For as old as this eraser is, it's a little pliable, but not a lot. It does okay. Let's see. Okay. There's a Pentel. Here's a pink carnation. Here's a foam eraser. Art gum. Oh, what else can we use here? Magic rub. Oh yeah, Mars plastic. We'll try that. Okay. Not a rush. It erases okay. I think there's not, some erasers did better than others, but overall I think it erases fairly well. I'm going to give it a B++ on erasing. And let's see. Let me write with it a little bit more. Yeah, it really is one of the firmer number 2 pencils or number 1 pencils I've used. If this is their softest pencil, I think a number 2 would probably seem much harder than a number 2 should feel. Yeah. Nice pencil all in all. Comfortable to hold. You can probably hear a little bit of the feedback from the pencil. But I would say, you know, it's okay if you're looking for really more of that soft, buttery, smooth, dark, bold kind of feeling that sometimes we might associate with an instrument that's graded as a number 1. You're not going to get it from this pencil. But it is a nice writer overall. Premium, okay, I don't know. The wood seems decent. The eraser, for as old as it is good. I'm sure it was very good when it was new. So maybe those kinds of things are really nicely done. But to me, the core is just a little, not that it's bad, but you have the expectations one has when we see a number 1 isn't really met here. So anyways, thank you for spending some time with me. It's always fun to find these old pencils, these vintage pencils, although, you know, this one isn't super old. I would say it's probably from the 90s. Maybe 80s, maybe. And if you know, please help me out. I don't have a lot of information about these Sparco pencils, but I'd love to find out. So if you like what I do here, please share, like, and subscribe. We'll see you again real soon, right here on Always Analog.